We've talked before about pricing of properties, but what really dictates the market value of a property? That is really determined by buyers. They're the ones who, through looking at other similar properties, knowing what a house in that particular marketplace for size and scope might bring, and what they're willing to pay for a property is really what dictates a market value. Lately, I have seen several instances where the market value for a property is significantly higher than what someone paid for the property. In the case of buyers, because of the plethora of information available to them nowadays on the internet, they immediately assume that they are entitled to part of that deal that the seller got when they purchased the property. That's where the mistake is made. Just because someone buys a property and gets a good value for it at the time they purchased it doesn't necessarily mean that they need to pass on that value to the next buyer. That's really equity, investment, money that they should earn because they received a good price for the property when they purchased it. Doesn't mean that the next buyer down the chain should be entitled to a huge haircut or discount off a list price because the seller paid a lower value for the house when they bought it. So when you're working with your realtor and trying to determine what the market value is against a list price, just make sure that you understand if the seller got a deal, doesn't mean that they need to pass on the deal. And that is the real